on unhealthy weight that clogs our arteries and strains our hearts. But there's also an obesity of information that clogs our eyes and our minds and our inboxes. Unhealthy information, deep fried in our own preconceptions. So, welcome to today's podcast. And today I'll be talking about how to control the information that you get. How not to get information overload. Hi, my name is Maximus Christopher, and this is the Prolific Hue podcast, where we talk about mindset, entrepreneurship, spirituality, faith, marketing and sales, and impacting the world with the investment of your personality. So today's podcast, I'll be talking about how to not get information overload, how to actually do the things that you need to do so you don't get information overload, because we have a lot of information everywhere. Gurus and all that, people telling you these are the things that you need to get and these are the things that all they want to sell you. So you need to understand that there's information everywhere that you get to. I mean, left, right, center, everywhere you turn, you put on your phone, information is there for you to consume. But truly, the information that you're getting, are they actually helping you? Or are they destroying you? Do you feel better? Do you get better whenever you get information and you think, oh, this is the nice thing that I need to get? This is what I need to have right now. A couple of days ago, I met a friend that I haven't seen her in a long while, And she saw me walking down the road. Of course, my usual self, whenever I'm taking a walk, I plug my ears and I listen to a podcast. And she was like, oh, is this not my friend? Then she caught my attention. So I saw her like, oh, it's been a while. For months, we haven't seen ourselves. Probably maybe since last year or early this year, we haven't seen ourselves. And I'm like, how are you doing now? So what's been happening with you? And she said, oh, she lost her phone. And after losing her phone, she decided to just not be online. She decided not to have her phone. And but hope you get to contact those that you want to contact. And she said, yes. And I asked her, I said, so how is it feeling? I mean, how is it right now that you don't have a phone and you don't go online and you don't have all that information that you need to have? And I asked her a question. I said, do you feel that you're missing out of what's happening? And she was like, no, but at first it felt that way. That is, for 4 months, she's not being online. For 4 months. So she's not losing anything. She's not. I listened to a podcast some time ago, and the guy is actually a millionaire. I mean, he makes $1 million every single month. And he doesn't own a TV set. And his family members would be like, you need to have a TV, to know what's happening, to know, to be informed. And he asked him a question. He asked, if you got to know the news today and I found out 3 days or 4 days or 2 months later, so do you think you have more information than I do? You may have the information at the time, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you have more information than I do. Okay? So, also, you need to be aware of the information that you get and the information that you allow into yourself. What information are you allowing into yourself? What are the things that you're getting into yourself? Okay? What are the things that are happening and you think, oh, I need to know what's happening. Do you really need to know what's happening? Or the information that you're getting, are they actually helping you or they're making you obey? So you have so much information, but you can't do anything with them. So that block your arteries, your psychological arteries or whatever arteries that you have that makes you, and before you know it, you have information overload and you don't get to take action on things that are necessary for you to do. So you don't get to take action at all. So the questions you need to ask yourself is, am I doing the right thing? So what is information overload, if you ask me, and what are the things that you need to do to curb information overload? You need to go on information diet. Okay, you need to go on information diet. I remember years ago, my coach said something. One of the things he posted was, go on information diet. And do Go on information diet. An information diet is defined as an individual's consumption of information. This can be thought of as food, diet, as you can make healthy and unhealthy choices. So what do? You put yourself on a diet and say, okay, I stopped watching TikTok for 3 months. I'll stop consuming content and start creating content. So you become a creator instead of you becoming a consumer, whereby you go online and the next thing you want to start discussing the information that you got and the funny videos that you watch. I saw a post, and it's true. YouTube are targeting those in Nigeria right now, and the ads that you use it are comedy and food. And that says a lot. It tells you that is what we consume in Nigeria: food and comedy. So entertainment basically is what we consume. But you need to be different. You need to have something that is different. You need to be different. You need to start doing your own things differently. So go on information diet. Stop listening to the gurus that tell you, oh, this is the things that you need to do. You need to build this. You need to do all that. Check your inbox. What are the information that you get? Do you use tags in your inbox? Do you use tags? Do you separate the things that you actually need, the information that are relevant to you? Or everything just comes into and you just consume everything, you read everything? Unsubscribe to some of the even podcasts as well. Unsubscribe to some of the emails that you receive as well. Unsubscribe. Go on information diet. So you don't have information overload, but you have so much information that you don't even get to take action. Why do you think people are fat? They eat a lot and no exercise. And they say, this is the way I am. That is not the way you are. Because you're consuming too much food. Recently, someone told me, hey, Maximus, you're getting big, you're getting fat. I'm like, oh, now I know what to do. What do I need to do? I need to cut down my food intake. I need to check when I eat. I need to check, okay, I don't want to eat. When it's past 6 p.m., I'm not going to eat again. And these are the kind of food I want to cut down on my carbohydrates. Eat more protein. Now, cut down on red meat. So I need to start checking my weight as well. So what do I do now? I need to resume exercising. So I stop exercising. Now I need to continue. I need to start again to start exercising. So what am I doing? I am dieting. Okay? So I'm going on diet. So also you need to go on information diet. You need to go on information diet. So these are the things that you need to do to ask yourself to challenge the information diet that you've cultivated. Now, let me tell you something. Go on Facebook. Go to the settings and check. After the settings, in the settings, go to ads. Check out the ads that Facebook is pushing to you. Are they necessary to you? Are those the ads that you actually do want to come to you? You need to take your own life and take the information that you have. You need to be responsible for what they push to you. Okay? So you check and maybe you have a conversation with a friend. All of a sudden you start getting those ads. So you can go and say, I don't want this kind of ad. These ads are not relevant to me. You need to do that. Go on information diet so you don't get overloaded with the information that are coming to you. So these are the things that you need to do. You need to ask yourself, is this diet teaching me things? This information, is it teaching me things? Am I still being challenged by what I am learning? Okay? You ask yourself those questions. I mean, this stuff, what I'm getting from this good, there are people that have unsubscribed to that newsletter. Because I found out, this is not relevant to the information that I need right now. So, unsubscribe. There's no point keeping you in my inbox. Unsubscribe. Some of you are paying for Google One right now because of the amount of information that you have in your inbox and what you're using Google for. That you shouldn't be paying. So when you unsubscribe and you delete all those messages, what happened? Now you don't have to pay for Google One. So another question I need to ask, do I feel overwhelmed by how much information there is? Do you feel overwhelmed by the amount of information that there is out there? So how diverse is the share of voices I'm receiving from these diets, this information? What is unfair or biased about the information that you're receiving? So what is unfair or biased about the information that you're receiving? Have you been too comfortable with the information that you receive? Have you been? Okay? Are you having fun and being challenged in this information diet? How much conscious effort is this diet requiring of you? How much passive, effortless information are you gathering? So these are the questions that you need to ask yourself and say, okay, sit down and say, come, I'm tired of this. This shouldn't be happening any longer. You need to take back your own life and go on information diets so you don't become fat and you have so much information and you're not taking action, you're not moving, or you just know you discuss with your friend. You can tell them how to grow the business, but you haven't started your own business. Why? Because you have so much information. You're telling them, well, these are the things that you need to do. And they don't get to respect you because they look at you and say, are you telling me this? You're giving me information that you're not taking action on those information that you want me to take on. I mean, you know all this, but what are you doing concerning that? Then you even get offended. And so I'm giving them advice and they don't want to take my advice. Why would they take the advice that you're giving to them? You obeys. You have so much information, you have so much in your head, but you're taking no action. So go on information diet. Don't overload yourself with the information that is out there. Okay? Don't get yourself overloaded with information. No, you're not missing out. I mean, even if you don't own a TV set, you're not missing out. Stop watching the news. I don't watch the news. I was having a conversation with a friend. We were chatting, and they said, that he had to go on information diet. That he doesn't even know what's happening in the country. And I'm like, I don't even know what's happening in the country. Yeah, I get this a lot, and I get the messages, but I don't get to open them to know what's happening because I don't want to know. Why? It's not helping me. It's not helping me be the business that I want to be. It's not helping me get my mind where I want my mind to be. So why should I want to know what's happening with the president today? Why would I want to know what's happening with the governor today? I don't want to know. It's not helping me. If it's helping me, then I should know. Because what? I know it's going to affect my business, so it's not going to affect my business anyways. But I know these are the information that I actually don't need right now. I'm not missing out on anything. You're not even missing out on the movies that you get to watch. If you saw a movie today and I saw it 2 years later, the only reason is, you saw it before I did. So if you got information, if you got something from me, I probably get the same thing as well. Later, yes, but I'm not missing anything. So don't think you're missing out. You get your phone and you start scrolling aimlessly thinking, I need to know what's happening today. And you start, in fact, your life is based on the lives of others. You know what Davido did yesterday. You know what Ronaldo did the day before. Your life is based aimlessly on what people are doing with their own life. And I plead you, please, young people, I plead it. Stop watching Big Brothers. Stop watching BB Ninja. Stop watching Big Brother. It is not helping you. So just imagine this. You're in your house right now, okay? Probably with your siblings. Right now, listen to whatever is it that you're listening to. Or right now, you're listening to this podcast, okay? And you have cameras in your house. And people sit in their houses and they're watching you live your life. Does that make sense? So you're awake watching those that are asleep. Then you wake up in the morning and they wake up in the morning and you go to bed. Then you wonder how come you've not achieved the things that you want to achieve. And before you know it, you have 4 months to go to the end of the year. And you'd be like, oh, okay, I'll do it. I'll do it in January. You're not going to do it in January because why? Something is going to come for you to that was going to take your attention as well. So, what are you doing? Get off that information and start working on yourself and start doing the things that you need to do to move the needle, to get a business, to get into shape, to help your family. Start doing the things that you are called here to do. My name is Maximus Christopher. Thank you for listening to this podcast. It's our 10th episode. Amazingly, our 10th episode. And I said that I promised myself to be going live every single day. Okay? And the next episode, I have something for you. Okay? So I want you to listen to the next episode. Please, it's tomorrow. And thank you for listening to the podcast. If you're watching on YouTube right now, please subscribe. And if you're listening to this podcast, please download and share this with your friends. Tell them to come download this podcast and listen to this podcast. I love you so much. And please don't forget, we're waiting for you. Because why? Success is impacting the world with the investment of your personality. Go and impact the world with the investment that you have on the inside of you. God bless you. I love you so much. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful night.